How is fucking going? Cheers, everyone. Thanks for fucking watching. Dusty Bogan here. What is it? Wednesday. Another fucked day. Hump day. You know what I mean? That's alright. I seen this sweet video. Someone made a sick Dusty Bogan cartoon. I'll just find out who the Sheila's name was. Doll someone? Who is it? Hey, let me find. Click on this. I want to make sure I give her a proper shout out, whoever made it. Blues Doll. Check out her YouTube channel. She made a sick Dusty Bogan cartoon. I freaking love you, Blues Doll. Made me so happy. My mate sent me the video and he's like, "Oi, Dusty!" Transcending into pop culture, into the realm of fucking the cartoon world. I fucking absolutely love it. Thank you so much for making that cartoon for me. Check it out on my Telegram. And then yeah, she like fully inspired me because she's like talking about me mad fucking when I showed you all my mad hunting knife. So this is my old hunting knife. I don't know if you can see it. It's like real mad. It's got like Damascus steel. Like you can see the pattern in the steel. My mate just re-dipped it in acid. So he's a fucking legend. That's the original Dusty Bogan knife. But then now I got this new Butte. This is my new proper Dusty Bogan hunting knife. Just got it made for my next hunting trip. Fucking have a look at that bad boy. I'll be cracking skulls with this fucking thing. I go on another I think it's another 5 weeks time. I go on my next hunting trip. Yeah, Blues Doll is awesome. How fucking good is she? I'm so grateful for that video. I could probably put the link to it in this clip. I'll see if I can do that. Because maybe not many people are tuning in right now. So give me a fucking minute here. Copy link. No. But yeah, it was like fucking oath, mate. Full Crocodile Dundee style. Post the fucking link. I went full when I was in LA. We went to this bar, and this dude. We were at this bar and we accidentally got let into like a private function room, and it turned out it was like Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas' birthday. She was there with her husband Josh Jamal, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" We made it into that VIP lounge, and I got to talk to Fergie and Josh Jamal. Say good day. And they're like, "Who the hell are you? How did you get in here?" I'm like, "I just walked in." And Josh Jamal, the dude from Transformers, I think Fergie broke up with him. They broke up. He was like, "Fucking, who the hell are you? And what do you do?" I'm like, "I'm fucking Dusty. I just walked in, mate." He's like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "I'm a concreter." He was like, But anyway, when we like left that club, because they kicked us out after a while, and the cabbie, we were like, "I can't believe I just met Fergie." And this Russian cab driver, he was like, "They kill people like you." And I was like, "Nah, I'm like, "Have you seen Crocodile Dundee, mate?" I'm like, they fucking love us. That's just a fucking random tangent. Anyway, there's the link to that fucking video. I should have probably written what it was. Anyway, you get the fucking idea. Hey, he's fucking going, anyone? Kevin Dugan, Prince Charles misused influence to shield cleric in Catholic child abuse. Dead set. Wouldn't be surprised how many fucking. It's like the pedophiles all like to protect each other, hey? What a rude guy, but I guess if he was Russian, yeah. He was like, they killed people like you, surely, because they thought Curtis Proud Boy is calling me. Hang on, I'll answer this call. Yo, Curtis. I'm just doing a live on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, bro, you're on TV. Say good day to everyone in the world.
How you doing, everyone?
I hope they can hear you. Yeah, sweet. I'll give you a bell when I'm done. Cheers, bro. Catch up. Well, that was some fucking. You guys are getting the bottom of the barrel tonight, aren't you? You getting me fucking getting phone calls? How fucking rude am I? But anyway, thanks, Blue Doll. And I just wanted to share that my new hunting knife with the world. And fire away your questions. If you got any questions for Dusty tonight, I'll answer them. And I'll read some fucking news. There was some actual good, some funny news today too. I was reading this one. Um, Apparently, there's been another fucking swine flu outbreak in Asia. Price of ham and bacon will soar in the coming months as global supply is decimated. What a fucking shame. See, all the like based Asians love eating fucking pig. And, like the Muslims hate it. You know what I mean? It's so funny. Go to any fucking Vietnamese restaurant or Asian restaurant. It's like all they want to do is eat fucking pork. Anyway, a looming pork price hike will drive up the cost of Christmas ham this year after farmers in Asia were decimated by an outbreak of African swine flu. Holy fuck. The virus has wiped out a huge population of pigs in China, and Bloomberg reported this week that Vietnam was forced to cull more than 1.7 million pigs across the country. Holy shit. And they fucking love it. Like I was saying, the Vietnamese love eating pig. Australian pork stock have already been ravaged by higher production costs as a result of the drought. Grain has become unaffordable and many farmers have been forced out of business. Yeah, it's really fucked. When I go on my hunting trip, I reckon there'll be no reception out there. So if I do get reception, I'll go live and I'll give you the tour of the sweet as farm. But if I can't go live, I'll still record this farm and I'll show you like the fucking. This guy's like trying to drought proof his farm. The guy we go hunting on his farm, he's just got like a beef farm, but it's really interesting, and it's like so good to get out there. Maybe only get out there like every 6 months. It'd be good to go out every 4 months. Go hunting and get amongst it, and it's good to just be on the farm, be on a farm for a weekend, get back to it. Feel like it's like going to church. You get very fucking connected back to like a simplistic way of life. Maybe it's probably healthy for us. Anyway, this will I keep reading this fucking. Okay, this has already increased the meat price by between 10 and 15%, but that was expected to balloon out further. Pork South Australia chair and farmer Mark Lennon said, "There's going to be less pork supply nationally, so prices are moving up, and they're having and they have for the last 4 months. But the international situation is another impact factor with African swine fever changing global pork stocks. Anyway, who gives a fuck? I love eating pig. They're so delicious. I killed a pig when I turned 30. I killed it with this knife. I killed it with my little knife. So now it's all fucking mint. Can you see that like mad Damascus steel pattern in it? It's too fucking good, eh? What a good knife. That other one's just that one's more of a like, it's too pretty of a knife to go and kill something now. This one's just a fucking hacker. Anyway, that little one is what I killed my first pig with. It was fucking great. What other fucking spicy news have we got today for ya? Here's the stupid bitch fucking Merkel again in the news. Hang on, I'll check the comment section before I fucking read any more fucking news. I should try stop swearing, they always My missus was like, don't swear. Where was the last? Hey, Dusty. Here we go. Is that a sharp machete? Fucking oath, it's sharp. I reckon I could shave my arm with that bloody knife, but I won't. It's so sharp, I don't even need to sharpen it. It's sharpened to a fucking... Yeah. I could shave my face with it. Show the knife, bro. Fuck yeah. In wake of 9/11, the only people arrested were Israel citizens. Google 5 dancing Israelis. The result of the attack meant that the US went to war with Israel's enemies. The fuck does that have to do with anything, mate? Oh, Gav Patel, yeah. Did you see my cartoon, Gav, that they made of me? If you scroll up, you'll see the link that I put in there, and some mad chick, what's her name? Blues Doll created a mad Dusty Bogan cartoon. What a legendary Sheila. I'll be giving her shout outs for the rest of my life, I reckon. Anyway. Yeah, so I mean, mate, how freaky is the conspiracy? How's that? Is it tower number 7 or something? 9/11, how that other tower fucking came down. Yeah, that's a fucking got to be a conspiracy theory that you're like, holy fuck. You know what I mean? It's the conspiracies you're like, if that's real, the government's some evil motherfuckers, eh? And you never know. What role do you think Israel had in 9/11 attacks? I don't give a fuck about that. I reckon we just went to war. And look what Obama did. We just bombed the fuck out. I think he bombed he was bombing Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Libya. And there's like fucking, I think it was like even in like Nigeria and Mali or something, he was bombing. There was like 8 countries that Obama was bombing the shit out of. So it's like, I don't know. The Islam is dead set like an evil fucking philosophy. So, you know, I genuinely think that Osama bin Laden, like we know like the Americans trained Ho Chi Minh in World War II. You know, it was like the backup plan if the fucking bomb didn't work. They would have used like little fucking armies to fight back it through Asia to take it back off the Japs. So like, and then Ho Chi Minh backfired on them, didn't he? He was like, fuck it, I'm going to use this training to start my own army. And that's exactly what Osama bin Laden did, because the Yanks fucking trained him up in the first Afghani war against the Russians. And yeah, it backfired. I think that's simply what happened. I think they just fucking... And who really gives a shit? I can't change anything. My opinion does not matter on the subject. Do you know what I mean? All that matters is we bomb the fuck out. Obama bombed the shit out of fucking 8 countries, caused an immigrant crisis. And at the end of the day, that immigrant crisis, I think it potentially was a good thing, because if it didn't happen, if we didn't get like 1 million people come at once, it would have just been like, they were already letting in 500,000 a year. So it would have been 500,000 a year, and it just slowly absorbed these people. And next minute, 10, 20 years later, Europe would have been like, what the fuck? That was a silent invasion. But when it was 1 million people at once, or 2 million people at once, everyone was like, holy fuck, and woke up to the situation. So at the end of the day, it kind of, it wasn't a good thing, but the result has been people have woken up and been like, we don't actually want fucking third world mass immigration. And I reckon that's great. So, Larry Silverstein said, pull it, Tower 7. Yeah, tower number 7. That's fucked up, dude. Can't get my head around that. You're like, how the fuck? I've been to the 9/11. I've been to 9/11. I've got a shirt in there. There's like the 9/11 Freedom Tower, the new one in the museum. I went there, and then there's like there's like a fire station right there, and they kept the roller doors, and it's all bent and buckled from the explosion. They got like all this mad firefighter memorabilia, like burnt firefighter helmets and stuff. We went in there. In America, you can go in to any fire station. You got to like ring the doorbell and you wait there. Firefighter comes and they'll like give you a tour of the fire station. It's like any fire state department in America was real sick. And we didn't really know that. We're like, what the fuck are people lining up there? There was only like 2 people, and I had a yarn to them. They're like, yeah, mate. Told us that. And we're like, sick. We're going in. Went in, got to see the truck, met all the firefighters, and they knew like firefighters who had died in 9/11. And then I bought a shirt off them. So I got my shirt somewhere upstairs. It was real fucking sweet. And then that's like the story I was saying the other day, how that night we went to the pub and there was this big fucking African American cunt sitting at the bar having a drink. And I was like, "You right, dude?" He looked real upset and he just failed his firefighter course. And I was like, "Dude, I just came from the fucking firefighters at the 9/11 building, like across the road." And I was like, "Oh, just don't give up, mate." And I shouted him a drink. And then like that dude, some big fucking African American security guard at the place, came up to my mate's missus, had his hand on his shoulder. And we were like, "What the fuck? This guy's like as big as Shaquille O'Neal." And I was like, and I think next minute, the dude who I had a yarn with punched the guy in the head. And I was like, I'm so glad I spoke to that other dude at the bar. Do you know what I mean? Because I think he was like, leave them fucking Aussies alone. All right. Something like that happened anyway. I was pissed. So funny. Obama was responsible for what happened in Libya with Gaddafi. Fucking oath he was, wasn't it? Hillary. You know what I mean? It's amazing how people are still stuck in 2001, like 18 years, mate. Yeah. Dude, I guess we've kind of created a bigger fucking problem with the Muslims after bombing the shit out of them all. Just fucking should have left them to kill each other with their shitty belief system, their shitty death cult. What the fuck? They trained Ho Chi Minh? Dude, I didn't know that. Yeah, it's fucking true. Look it up. The CIA. The neocons are losing so much ground. They have been talking about making Tucker Carlson go away and just try and keep Ben Shapiro front and center. Is that right? Kevin Duggan? I don't know. Anyway, looks like fucking keep the comments coming and I'll read them out. And let's go fucking watch a bit of news. I was a bit late today. I said I was going to be 5 o'clock. I don't know where you're from, where you're viewing this from around the world. But anyway, tomorrow night I'm going live with Lacey, the Scottish healer, and my Kiwi mate, the fucking medicine man. So we're going to have a bit of banter. Lacey will tell us all about the European Union elections because she voted last Thursday night. We did a live with her and she was just woke up and she was about to go vote. I reckon she would have voted for the Brexit Party. Fucking give old Nigel the legend, Nigel Farage. Good on him, eh? So here's another stupid article I was reading about fucking, who's that Merkel bitch? I don't know her first name. Angela Merkel. German Chancellor Angela Merkel has said there is work to be done in Germany to face up to the dark forces that are finding mainstream support there and in the past and in other parts of the world. In Germany, obviously, they always have to be seen in a certain context, in the context of our past, which means we have to be much more vigilant than others, she said. Bit of a shitty tongue twister of a quote that she just said there. But she's so fucking guilt complex driven, that bitch. Like, get over it. We killed all the fucking Nazis. Germany was split into fucking East and West, communist and, you know what I mean, capitalist or democratic. We know what fucking happened. We don't care, right? We killed all the Nazis. It was done. No need for your fucking guilt complex, bitch. Get over it. You're making your whole nation suffer with your stupid ideas. And it comes straight down to her obviously her guilt complex philosophy. Speaking exclusively to CNN, well, there's your fucking problem. Christine, whatever her name is, a day after the European election, where nationalists failed to live up to the forecast surge in support, Merkel said we have to face up to the separatists of the. Oh, I'm fucking losing it tonight. Anyway, so I don't think the nationalists did as well as they thought they would in Germany, which is a fucking surprise. I know in Italy and Poland and France and the UK, they did really fucking good. So, but yeah, get this. This is another bit she was saying. So she said, we have to tell our young people what history has bought over us and others. In recent days, German Jews were warned by leading government officials not to wear kippahs in public following a rise in anti-Semitic attacks. Addressing the rise in anti-Semitism, Merkel said that Germany had always had a certain number of anti-Semites among us, unfortunately. There is, to this day, not a single synagogue, not a single daycare center for Jewish children, not a single school for Jewish children that does not need to be guarded by German policemen, she added. Well, I'm sure fucking migrating 1 million more fucking Muslims hasn't helped that situation, love. Did she even fucking realize how much Muslims fucking hate the fucking Jews? Like, Hitler himself had a fucking deal going with the Turks because they both hated the fucking Jews. Like, wake up, bitch. She's so fucking stupid. We need to be taught the history to our kids. Yeah, she needs to read a fucking history book. She needs to open up her eyes. Merkel, who has been Chancellor for more than 13 years. I can't believe that bitch has been in there for 13 years. The Chancellor again defended her decision to allow nearly 1 million refugees into Germany, saying the best way to manage immigration in the wake of humanitarian crisis like those in Syria and Iraq was not to shut ourselves off from each other, but to be more vigilant in making sure that refugees fleeing these countries are significantly cared for. This dumb bitch has not woken up. I can't believe it. That's why I read this article today, or a bit of this article today, and I was like, this lady is off her fucking head. She's a dead set fucking goblin, eh? The forecast far-right surge in last week's European election didn't happen and was largely attributed to the increased support for pro-European Union Greens and Liberal parties and an increased turnout across the bloc. In Germany, the Greens party finished second to Merkel's Christian Democratic Union. Jeez, that's fucking terrible news for the Germans. They are so built in with that guilt complex. It's just not good for them. They need to have like a Christian revival in Germany and be like, oh, Jesus, he forgives us. That's the thing, mate. You're forgiven. Get over it. I think the Jews don't even give a fuck anymore, right? The Jews forgive you. Get fucking over it. Who gives a fuck? Shit happened, move on. Don't destroy your own fucking nation with third world Muslims. They chose the worst people on earth to fucking migrate. they're really fucking stupid. In Australia, it's like in America, it's like they just migrated a fuckload of Latinos. In Europe, it's like they let in a fuckload of Middle Easterners. But in Australia and New Zealand, I think Canada too, probably we've let in a little bit of everyone. So you got, Polynesians, fucking Asians, Indians, Middle Easterners, Africans, Latinos, Europeans. We've got everyone. It's like a good, healthy mix. You're really fucking up by just letting in one group, because ultimately it's a democracy, right? So you're going to migrate them in, and then they become citizens, and then they're going to fucking vote, and they'll change your country from the inside out. Especially if it's just one giant demographic you're like introducing in. Introduce a heap of little demographics. That's the only way it will work. That's the reason why that's why fucking immigration has been better in Australia. In Europe, it's been a disaster. And I think even in America, like, they should let in, you shouldn't just let in, it'd be like Australia if we're like, right, we're just going to let in Indonesians. They're going to be like, and that's it, just Indonesians. Well, guess what's going to happen? We'll fucking slowly but surely, Indonesia will get a big fucking influence in our nation. So that's a stupid idea. Don't fucking do it. Wake up to yourself. I'm done with that bitch anyway. I'm not reading any more of that. Any more fucking good ones? Here's a fucking funny one. I'll read, get back to the news fucking articles. I'll try and go for another 20 minutes. Because I was a bit fucked today. I was like, geez, I feel a bit fucked. 2 days, I feel a bit shit. Maybe because it's like the change of weather. It's like, it's not even cold here, but I guess in the morning it's like, I'm thinking, fucking hell, what's wrong with me? What's up, Dusty? Is this back where I left off? Jews lobby for open borders relentlessly. Don't believe these Merkel lies. She's a Jew herself. Who gives a fuck if she's a Jew, mate? But yeah, open borders and globalism is a fucking stupid idea. I'd say it's like a virtue of atheism, if anything. It's like the militant atheist, or atheism always, it's like 80% of atheists will vote left wing and tend towards communism. And, it's like these communists are the ones who are really pushing for open borders and all this bullshit, which is not good. Fucking not good. It's terrible. And no one wants it. If you spoke to like an Indian or a fucking Indonesian or a Chinese person or any other nation on the earth, they'd be like, no, we like having borders. We like having, being able to govern our own country. We don't want the UN to tell us what to do and fucking lose our sovereignty. No one's interested in it. And we need to be like, fuck off. Tell them straight. But I don't think inventing some fucking Jewish conspiracy is really fucking required, mate. You lose me there on that one. When are we gonna see you rev that postie bike, mate? Yeah. I'll get fucking black lungs around here again and we'll go for a mad strap on the postie bike. I fucking need to do it, eh? I don't think it's even been turned over for a while. Don't know if it would start. Probably I'll get fucking, maybe on Saturday Black Lungs is coming around. Might do a live with yous. And we'll go for a fucking little strap. You've been hearing about the Ebola breakout in Congo, mate? Nah, I'll fucking look it up. The Congo. When you gonna see? Oh yeah, right. I had a few of my youth boys who I was a leader for these, Etienne and Jose. They were good fucking kids. They're from Congo. What was his name? We used to call him 2 Bars and the Gift. They're fucking funny kids, eh? And I think they have jobs now. So I should try hit up them boys and be like, what the fuck's going on? You swine flu infested little bastards. yeah, there's been a huge new Ebola outbreak as of the last month. Damn, I didn't know that. Italy has all of those immigrants flowing in through their country from Libya. That's right. I think Gaddafi even said that. He's like, if you fucking get rid of me, you're going to open the floodgates. And they're all like, I think now it's like they may have like slowed down the Middle Easterner immigration to Europe, and it's like they're letting in a fuckload. A lot of Africans are coming up through Libya. So it's like, you know, hopefully they're like sub-Saharan Africans. So they'll be like Christian and not Muslim. You know what I mean? They need to fucking, I think there's like 30 million Muslims living in Europe. So maybe like if I was European, if I was in control of Europe, I'd be like, right, we need to fucking do a deal with some of these like Eastern European Orthodox nations and the Latino Catholic nations and be like, look, guys, yes, we're not having enough kids and we need immigration. Well, we would like to migrate more Catholics and Orthodox because, you know, historically that's a Christian continent. So we'd like to migrate, you know, Eastern Orthodox, fucking ex-Soviet Union, Russians, Ukrainians and shit. That's who I'd be trying to get in. And I'd be trying to get in Brazilians and Argentinians and stuff like that. And then I'd be like, yep, we're going to bring in them and then we're going to fucking try and boost our natural population growth, encourage a culture around families. That's the go. And I wouldn't let in any fucking Muslim immigration personally. I'd build a fucking wall around all them Muslim countries, be like, sorry, mate. Maybe they could come on like student visas or work visas, Muslims, or holiday visas, but I wouldn't let them come to permanently live in the nation. I'd be like, nah. And what's the problem with like having temporary protection visas? I think Australia was doing that for a while. They did that for the Sri Lankans. They let in a lot of Sri Lankans in Australia, and they're like, yep, temporary protection visa. And I know because my last church we had a Tamil service. So heaps of fucking, it was a church service for in Tamil language, which is Sri Lankan. And yeah, they all dead set after a few years, 3 years, I think it was, they just were like, your temporary protection visas run out and Sri Lanka's become much more safer so you can return home. And dead set, they just sent more home, like fucking heaps of them. What's up, Dusty? Well, the 50 American states is pretty much over, and we currently immigration flooding America with Chinese and will continue. Is that right? Well, they need to have a break on the Latino immigration from America for a bit because they're probably going to get. I think there's like now there's more Latinos in America than there are African Americans. So it's like, in a way, it's kind of, you know, you got like 40 million African Americans and like probably 50 million Latinos or 40 million Latinos. I think it's just surpassed the African American fucking population. So maybe it's time for you to just be like America and be like, hang on a minute, we're going to let some Chinese and Indians in for a bit and try like. So then you just don't have fucking, you know, at the minute you got majority European. You know what I mean? Because if it gets out of control and you're like, Europeans are going to be a minority in Australia. That's the thing. If like in Australia, if it's like Europeans are going to be a minority and we're only fucking 18 million out of 25 million, there's 7 million immigrants, right? Well, out of that 7 million, you can imagine that there's like a million Polynesian and Pacific Islanders, a million, probably, I think there's like 2 or 3 million Asians, a million Indians, a million Arabs, a million Africans. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is we're starting to bump up our Latino immigration. Do you know what I mean? So the thing is like, yeah, we're going to become when are we going to become a minority? I think we're going to lose about 4 million people with our aging population. We'll drop down to 14 million. That 7 is going to bump up. That's why they're trying to mass migrate a fuckload of people because they know we're going to lose like 4 million people as we have like a age bubble. And it's going to fucking go bang and all these old cunts are going to die And then they're like, how the fuck are we going to pay for all these old cunts' pensions? They're all about to enter retirement. And then as they kick the bucket, we're going to have a population would potentially it would drop if we didn't let in mass immigration. But the trick is even when that bubble pops and we lose 4 million and we drop down to 14 million European Australians, right? We would need to migrate another 7 million immigrants, right? But we're not letting in just Chinese. We're not going to become a minority as in there's like 50% European and 50% Chinese. It'll be like 10% Chinese, 10% Indian, 10% fucking Middle Eastern, 10% African, 10% Pacific Island, 10% Latino. That's like decent. So then you're like, oh, so there's 50% and they're cut into 10% demographics. You've still got 50%. You know what I mean? That's a better way to do it than just letting in a mass amount of one group. That would be my suggestion. I mean, I would suggest to have zero illegal immigration and cut immigration right down and then fucking focus on trying to encourage people to have children and have natural population growth. But I think like the stupidest thing is people are in love with fucking people like prefer to be cat mums and dog dads and not even have kids. That's the biggest problem. And the people who whinge about immigration and shit, just ask yourself this. The person who whinges and they're telling you and they're talking to you and you're listening to them, be like, do you even have kids, mate? Or love? And they're like, no, I have a fur baby. And be like, oh, okay. No fucking worries. And the conversation can kind of end there because you're like, okay, the reason why these people are coming here is because you didn't have kids. That's fucking simple. Stop being such a fucking selfish prick. Get off the PlayStation and go find a fucking girlfriend and get married and create a family. Continue your family tree. Don't let it die out at you, you fucking selfish prick. All right? Make it happen, sunshine. Stop jerking the gherkin and go find a real woman. You know what I'm saying? There's no point whinging about it. Find a solution and do it. Make it fucking happen. Go get a gym membership, you fat bastard, and go find a fucking bloke or a girlfriend, whatever. Hell yeah, Muslims and the Christians don't really mix. Christians aren't pedos. Only the fucking gay priest that they put in, mate. I think that's what happened. Milo said, he was like, I heard Milo say it, and I think it's true. They were like, in Catholic culture, when you grow up, it's like either you get married and have kids, or you're told to be like, oh, or you can be celibate and be a priest. And all the sexual minorities who are like, oh, well, I'm actually like, don't want to have a family because I'm gay or some weird sexual minority. They were like, all right, you'll never be able to outwork that. Might as well be celibate and be a priest. And that just backfired the fuck on them. And they turned out to be a bunch of pedophiles. Or it manifested, them being celibate manifested into a fucking real disgusting negative way. They should all be shot or hung, whatever. And they should just let priests get married, let's face it. It's not even biblical. Anyway, I don't want to go on too many fucking Christian tangents on this. Even though I love that stuff. America is radically increasing Chinese immigration. I think I just already read that. Well, hopefully they're like the Vietnamese in Australia who hate communism. They're the fucking best. They're like, fuck you, communists. Fuck you, China. They love being in the free world. Hillary sold out the USA. Yeah, and I'm so glad you fucking didn't vote that bitch in. Well done. Most Muslims love Christians and see them as less deceived than others. Muslims love Jesus. They've just, I think he meant, been hoodwinked to believe Jesus didn't die on the cross. I have shed tears with Muslims, right? Okay, Al Cablo TV. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Sorry, bro. You always have good comments in there, but yeah, they might love Jesus, but Jesus is not Christ to them. So, I've converted a few Muslims in my day. So I had a heap of Muslim African kids coming to my youth group, and they would like, I'd be like, "Here, boys," and I'd get them to read the Bible. Bang, bang, bang. Hey, mate, read. Get them to pray, not fucking worship. I don't know if you know like these modern churches, and they're like, it's more like a rock band. It's kind of cool. Our youth group would do like mosh pits and stuff. So these Muslim kids would get into it. They were all right. Hopefully it softened them up, and they were like, would listen to. They used to get the gospel. They'd hear the word of God preached, and I reckon there's definitely a hope for them young Muslim men. Anyway, Lisa 18 NW Mason. China's had a long history here, especially since they built all the railroads. And then after they used their labor, they passed a law that deported them in the 1800s. Yeah. What's wrong with fucking, like, what is wrong with being like, hey, like Western countries, we could be like, hey, we've got these universities. We'll give you a student visa. We can give you work visas if there's like jobs, like, agricultural jobs that fucking we don't want to do. We could give them, we do that Pacific Islanders. I think they love to come to Australia, be like, hey, we don't want to work for $12 an hour, $15 an hour out in the farm. But the Pacific Islanders are like, go out there, they live out on the farm for 3 months, do the fucking harvest, go back to the islands. That's a good one. I'm all for that. I'm all for giving student visas so they could come here, get exposed to Western culture, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, the greatest culture on earth, Western civilization, and then they could go back to that, to China or fucking the Middle East or Africa or wherever they come from with a degree and with a bit of life experience and a bit of taste of Western culture, and hopefully they could help the nation out instead of us like brain draining a heap of fucking, taking these people and causing brain drain in these other nations, which probably fucking really need it. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it. And even them temporary protection visas for, Europe should have been like, Merkel should have been like, okay, fuck, all right, there's 1 million of yous here now. All right, we're going to issue you all visas and work out who you are. These are temporary protection visas. And now they could be like right now, they could be like, Syria is pretty safe again. So there you go. You can go back home now. Temporary protection visas could work. Might be the way to go in the future. So, if there's like a Korean war breaks out again, we could be like, right, let's help these South Korean fucking people who, a lot of them are Christians and believe in democracy and pretty much they're pretty much like a Western nation, roughly saying. We could be like, yeah, we could offer these people temporary protection visas until the war's over and then send them back. That's maybe the model we should fucking take. You know what I mean? Yeah, Latinos was the UN idea, not ours. So we chose China instead. Yeah, we had the same thing. The UN wanted us to let in a fuckload of Middle Eastern immigrants with the Syria fucking immigrant crisis, and we were like, nah, we're gonna let in Africans, and that kind of backfired on us a little bit because the Sudanese African fucking crime waves in Melbourne has been shit. Which, like, and all the Africans I ever meet, they're always in church and they seem like really fucking good people. And then these bastards in Melbourne, these young African kids, they fuck it up. Fucking it up for the good Christian Africans that are here, giving them a bad name. So, and I know heaps of my African mates who'd be like, oh, I feel like just bashing these fucking African gangs down in Melbourne because they're making us look bad. I'm like, well, maybe you should. Maybe you fucking should. You know what I mean? It's not good enough. We need to deport them fuckers. One, the common law, the Magna Carta. When they came up with that in like the year 1300, one law for everyone, including the fucking king and queen. That's it, right? Just because you come here from a third world shithole doesn't mean you can get away with acting like a fuckwit. We're going to send your asses back home because we believe in a common law. No one's better than anyone. We all have fucking one law that governs us all. You know what I mean? That's fucking fair. Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't know who you're talking about. Okay, yeah. So Jesus all the way. I get you. He's talking about that other one. There is 1 billion white, 1.5 billion black, 5 billion Asian total. Yeah, but Asian is you including Middle Easterners, Indians, and I think arguably there's like Northeast Asians and Southeast Asians. Like there's a big difference between Chinese people and fucking Indonesians, mate. They're not like that's like saying that they're all Asian is like saying that like Europeans, and I often say this, that like Europeans, Middle Easterners, and Latinos are the same. You might as well lump us all together. Be like, all right, there's lighter skinned Europeans, and then there's more like Mediterranean Europeans, which are the Middle Easterners. They're all Europeans. They're all the same, and the Latinos, which are predominantly fucking European ancestry, so they're all the same. And when we say like Africans are all the same and Asians are all the same, I think that's bullshit. So that 5 billion can be carved up. And same with that, there's 1.5 billion Africans. Well, no, there's North Africans who are like Mediterranean, fucking Arabic, Berbers and stuff. They're different. They're not like sub-Saharan Africans are like black Africans. So that's different. Imagine if you were a Polynesian, mate, and there's only like fucking 3 million of yous, or like there's only 1 million, well then there's like 2 million Polynesians on the fucking face of the globe, and there's like 10 million Melanesians on the globe. Imagine being them. Like there's 1 billion white people. We're not in that bad of a situation. If I was a fucking Polynesian or Melanesian, like, you know, I'd be thinking like, yeah, we really need to fucking protect our genetics and our culture because there ain't many of us. You know what I mean? Problem is, Dusty, once you bring them in, they won't want to go back. They'll say their kids are in school, etc. The elite cause wars to displace people. It's geopolitics. Christ is always the answer. Yeah, well, I agree with that. And you could be right. Like, yeah, you'd have to manage that, wouldn't you? Be like, all right, we'll fucking take his in. But under a temporary protection visa, if you have children, they are fucking going back to where you came from. You have to explain the rules. You need to, when, you know, these are just ideas that I'm talking about, and it doesn't mean any of them will actually fucking take place. But yeah, you need to develop the idea, develop the fucking parameters and the rules. You know, we all want to, it's like when someone pushes in line. We're all like, hang on a minute, we know the fucking rules. Everyone's in a fucking single file line and you don't push in. So we like to know the fucking rules of the game that we're playing. Do you know what I mean? So if we can't, you know, and I think the rules Merkel had, open borders, that's a fucking retarded rule. It's chaos. It doesn't fucking work. So we need to have like a structured, and this is the biggest problem with our politicians, they need to have, just give us a bit of a structured plan and vision, not just open borders. What a bunch of fucking retards. No one lives their life like that. Even kids, you ask a kid, what do you want to be when you're older, mate? And they'll like have a fucking 10-year-old got a fucking plan. And our politicians don't have a fucking vision. What a bunch of cowards, eh? Anyway, I reckon I'm going to wrap this up in 5 minutes time. So shoot away a few more fucking, and I'll read them out. Where am I? Al Cabo TV, you don't got to keep a secret. I don't think he'd care anyway. I don't know. Sorry. check out Dang Diong, where I used to live, all Muslims and Sudanese. Oh yeah, is that in Sydney or somewhere? I think, yeah. I think there's some cultures that don't mix well. You know what I mean? Some do and some don't. I think like you got to take an advantage. You look at the Polynesians, the people like you want to at least people who migrate here have to love sports and love having a beer, and they have to economically fucking integrate straight away. They have to know the language, love sports, love beer, and fucking want to work straight away. If you don't meet that criteria, you shouldn't fucking be here. Or just quickly fucking be like, yep, I'm gonna fucking go to the pub. I'm gonna go watch some sports with the lads. I'm gonna get a fucking job. That'll help. That'll help you a lot. Like if I went to America, I wouldn't be like rugby league, mate. AFL, cricket. I'd be like, fuck it, gridiron, fucking NFL, hockey, NASCAR, UFC, watch the wrestling, the fucking baseball, the basketball. I'd get right into it. I want a fucking meat pie. If I'm in America, I'm eating fucking hamburgers, hot dogs, and pizza. And drinking Budweiser. I want a fucking VB long neck. I'd be drinking Budweiser. So when you cunts come here, you're in Queensland, you're drinking fucking Forex, you know, get with the program. Just fucking, when I go to Thailand, I'm not like, oh, I want a fucking VB long neck or a fucking Forex fucking bitter tally, mate. No, I have a fucking, what do they call it? Singer is that beer. That's what I drink when I'm in Thailand. I just go with the flow. You go watch a fucking kickboxing match and you eat fucking Thai food and you drink Thai beer. You know what I mean? And you fucking, yeah, mate. You go with the flow. You show them respect for their culture. You're in their nation. Do you know what I mean? Dusty, you're awesome. You say some really funny and cool things. Thanks fucking heaps, eh? ADD is good for something. Nah. No welfare for the first 50 years. Yeah, fucking oath, mate. I reckon, and they're starting to do that now for like Kiwis. It's like Kiwis used to come here and be like, fucking sweet. Just be on the dole in New Zealand, be like, I'm going on the Gold Coast, and just be on the dole on the Gold Coast. But now it's like they have to work. Hey, John Farley subbed. Thanks, mate. You're a fucking legend. Tell all your mates. I wonder how I get more subs. Thanks for watching, 28 people, by the way, because I need to get my fucking hours up. Like, I think it's like 550 more hours before I get verified, and then I can monetize this channel. Maybe get some super chats and advertisement, but I know it's not going to be a lot of money. I don't want to do it for like money, but it would be good to like fucking be like, fuck yeah, I kind of got it monetized. I got verified. And then I'd be like, you know, whatever. It's just fucking the next step, isn't it? Turning my fucking adventures into, I don't know. Maybe you could fucking, it'd be cool when there's like super chats and shit. I'll be like, yeah, fucking shout me a beer. Someone would give me $5 and I'd be like, that's a fucking schooner. Thanks heaps. That'd be fucking great. I don't mind receiving gifts and receiving people's generosity because I've lived a life of generosity myself. I like to help people. And when you live a life of generosity and you're not afraid to help people, right? When people go to help you, you're like, thanks. Thanks, mate. You know what I mean? There's when people who don't, who are like, no, and they don't like receiving people's generosity, you must just think to yourself, this person is not a generous person. This person's not a giver. People who don't receive generally don't give. You know what I mean? People who don't like receiving gifts and yeah. Anyway, hey, Medicine Man is here. another brother who subbed to me. Oh yeah, I'll fucking sub to you too, El Cabo TV. Yeah, Medicine Man, he's a good bloke. You'll see us tomorrow night at fucking when do you reckon? Probably 6 o'clock. Because tonight I said I was going to do it at 5 and end up being fucking 5:45, 6. So we're almost hit an hour. Here or fucking me reading your comments. We've descended into me reading your comments instead of the news. And at the end of the day, the news is pretty fucking shit. I'll read one last article because it was like a funny one. Get this shit. Quite funny. And it's good to read some funny news articles. I've been keeping an eye on them, and I'm like, fuck yeah, because there's some negative shit out there, and so many gay journalists who are like fucking brainwashed lefties. You got to sift through that bullshit, and then you got to be like, you get some that's funny, and you're just like, fucking oath. Here we go. A man filmed. Man's been filmed naked, humiliating ordeal after his wife bashed him or busted him cheating on her. A wife decided to humiliate her cheating husband by making him lie naked on a car in a public street in Colombia as locals laughed at him. That's fucking good. That first heading was just a fucking tongue-twisting fucking nightmare. It didn't even make sense. Could be because I'm fucking shit, so whatever. Jaro Vargas begged his wife for forgiveness and agreed to participate in the embarrassing stunt in hopes of saving their marriage. Well, he's a fucking stupid idiot. What a fucking deadbeat. He deserves what he gets. Don't you hate it? I remember Arnold Schwarzenegger when he cheated on his missus, and I was like, that guy was like fucking, he was one of my heroes. And then he cheated on his missus, and I was like, you're a fucking deadbeat. So many people thought he was a fucking champion role model, and he fucked that up. And then he went on about climate change and did the fucking Paris, like pushing the Paris fucking climate agreement. And I was like, you're a fucking dead set retard, Arnie. Hopefully he redeems himself by just staying out of politics for the rest of his life. But that probably won't happen. Vargas' wife, whatever this dude's name is, who has not been named, caught him cheating with another woman at a motel in the Caribbean coastal city of wherever it was. Traffic was brought to a halt on a busy road as motorists stopped and recorded the humiliating event. Good on ya. I reckon we should be fucking creating a culture that makes cheaters, they're the scum of the earth. They ruin fucking families and break kids' hearts. And, it's a real shame when you watch Netflix and every fucking sex scene is an adultery scene. And every second fucking song you hear, like all these young kids, and they listen to this R&B shit. And which is a shame because it didn't used to be too bad, like rap and R&B. Some of it's all right, but some of it's just full of like fucking, they're like brainwashing and outwork relationships in a real negative way, which I reckon has a flow-on effect to fucking mental health problems, trust issues, and probably resulting in people becoming fucking cat mums and dog dads, and resulting in us not having fucking people not having kids, which is the reason why we're in this fucking people having a big issue about immigration and all that. It's because people didn't have fucking kids. People were too busy fucking being dickheads. You know what I mean? Time to grow up. Just think about it. If you're watching this and you're like, have a good crack at it. It's all right. I want to pay out on you if you tried and life didn't work out, but keep trying. Don't give up. I've met concreters who are like 50 and they're like, yep, just got married at 50 and having kids with their missus are like 15 years younger than them. Like their missus are like 35. You can fucking do it, right? I believe in you. Dusty believes in you. You can fucking do it. Keep looking. Be a hunter. Hunt and seek out a good fucking healthy relationship, invest into it, and create a fucking amazing family. Anyway, I'll read a few last comments and I'm out of here. I tried to cheat 4 times, but couldn't even touch the hand. I'm grateful God blocked me from doing that. Good on you, mate. What a fucking legend. Do you guys watch Lacey on my show? Fucking watch bloody dancing. Watch the Medicine Man and Lacey. They're crack ups. Put on your big boy shoes. You're right. Yeah, that's it, dude. It's just like a matter of like, we have a saying in the Proud Boys, and it's kind of like, yeah, you carry on like a fucking dickhead from 15 to 25. That's 10 years of partying and carrying on. And after that, it's like, yeah, I've done that. I've done it. Dust it off. You've done 10 years of it. Time to fucking buy a house and meet a woman and get married and start a family. Do you know what I mean? And maybe you're 35 and you're like, fuck, I've done it for 25 years. Or you're 40 and you're like, I've done it for fucking, done it for 25 years since I was 15. I've been fucking it, partying, enjoying my life, and just be like, all right, you're right, Dusty. Thanks for the encouragement. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to have a crack. Pull it together and create a family. And you can find a Sheila who's a bit younger than you. And if you're an older woman, you can fucking go get some fucking IVF. Don't be afraid of this shit. Go create a family. Find a bloke and be like, there's probably like older blokes who are like, fuck, I'm going to be a dog dad, who would love to meet a woman and be like, yeah, I would have a crack. We could have a family. We'll just go do IVF and fucking create a family. Do it. That's the solution to the problem when they're like they want to bring in mass immigration. Start creating fucking families. Life's not easy. It's tough. So let's be realistic and be like, yeah, it's not going to be fucking peaches all the fucking time. But you've just spent 10 or 20 or 25 years of your life partying. And you've got that out of your system now. It's time to fucking get on the journey of being a god. You're like a small g god. You get to create life. You get to pass on your fucking extend your family tree. Do you know what I mean? That's why we need to encourage each other. Let's create that culture where we're encouraging each other around that and fucking saying, and stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. You don't have to get a fucking $10 t-shirt and a fucking $5 shitty hat and be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm happy. I'm not here to impress anyone. You know what I mean? I'll never give up in life, but I can't see a relationship in my future. Don't give up, mate. Just get on a fucking dating website. It's probably never been easier than before. Have a look at fucking a Christian dating website. Well, I'm not a Christian, Dusty. Just go to fucking church. Go to fucking church. When I went there, I was like, holy fuck. This is where I'm going to win. You find someone with good values and just suck it up and do it. And then I reckon you'll be like, thanks, Dusty, you're right. But never give up. I encourage you. I reckon you can fucking do it. IMAO, what's that? I've no fucking idea. It looks like I need to visit a sperm bank. Only thing is, I want my kids to have a dad. That's right. Go on a Christian dating website. There must be Christian or conservative dating websites that you can go to and find someone on the same wavelength with similar values and be like, yeah, good enough. Tee it up, man. You can fucking do it. This is the solution to the fucking mass immigration and all this shit. And keep our culture and our family names and our bloodline, our culture and our traditions alive. We don't need to hate anyone. We need to start creating families. I'm very jaded 44-year-old here, mate. Still contribute to society. Well, I've seen a mate of mine at work, Peter Dowdy, murdered his missus who cheated on him, went to jail for 20 years, got out at fucking 48. By the time he was 52, he was married with a kid. Married with a kid at 50, had his first kid at 52. And then another dude at my work, Milo, his first wife left him took his 3 kids. At 50 years old, meets a 32-year-old and has another 3 kids. So you can fucking do it. Never give up. Yeah, mate, just fucking jump on one of these websites, these dating websites. Go find a pub, right? Go find a local pub that has like fucking Saturday steak, chips, and salad for $15 and like $10 jugs of beer, and be like, fuck yes, every Saturday I'm taking a Sheila on a date, and never fucking give up. And put specifically on your fucking thing, I would love to get married and have kids. What do you got to lose? You can't take all your shit with you. You might as well create a family. Where's the hunting knife, bro? Here, show you up before I go. Bang. This is my new hunting knife. So this is my old one. My mate, fucking check it out. It's got like Damascus steel. If you can see the pattern on the blade. That's the old knife. So some Sheila, what was her name? I think it was Baby. Oh, I forget the name of the Sheila who made the cartoon of me. Anyway, yeah, that was the original knife that was in that cartoon, and this is my new hunting knife my mate made for me. He handcrafted it. So in another fucking, he made me like the sheath. So the sheath is like imprinted with the Dusty Bogan imprinted on it. So how fucking laughing am I? I think he made it for me, and he charged. I was like, dude, I want to pay you for it, because he puts like a lot of hours into making these knives. The first one he did for free, and this one, yeah, I think he only paid him $50. So it's a bit of a boss knife. And in 5 weeks I go on another hunting trip. So hopefully I'll just fucking be able to film myself. Like I'll get of whatever animal I shoot. Maybe I'll just fucking bang, see if I can chop the fucking its head off. Should be able to do it. It's a bit of a mad knife. Anyway, I've gone fucking 10 minutes over the hour, so I'll see you fucking tomorrow night with Lacey and the Medicine Man. We'll be talking shit again, probably about 6 o'clock Australian time. Cheers, eh?